Time on Prime, new show. Have y'all checked it out? I'm not really sure when this series came out, but yeah, it's fire. It's so fucking good. I'm really into fantasy genre. A lot of people probably don't know that about me, but I'm really into the fantasy genre, and this is like really in my wheelhouse, no pun intended. It is a TV series on Prime, like I just said, based on a book series by Robert Jordan. Haven't listened to those yet, but I'm sure I'm going to be listening to those very soon. I wonder how closely it is based off of it. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to it and compare. It's gonna be awesome. Like I said, it's 4 episodes in. Not really sure when it was released. I kind of don't operate on regular time. I don't know. I don't watch things when they first come out for some reason. But I watched all 4 episodes this past weekend and I'm hooked. Now, it's coming from somebody that's never watched like the full Game of Thrones. I like it. I've tried. Really tried to get into this show. I think I've only ever made like episode 3 and I just can't. But I'll try again. I try every year. I'm gonna talk about episode 1. Be right back. First, the cast. Oh my god. I really like the fact that the fantasy genre is really diversifying the cast now. It's not just a bunch of there are more people of color in fantasy now, even in books and audibles. The shows, like the whole book is based around a person of color. I'm really loving that. There's more newcomers than there are veteran actors in this. The only veteran actor I really can see is Rosamund Pike. She's been in a lot of other stuff. She was in this show on Netflix. I can't really remember the name of her right now. She played like a lady that was basically manipulating elderly people and stealing their money and built like a Fortune 500 company out of it. I can't really think of the name of it right now. But anyway, it was a good movie or show or whatever. I enjoyed it. But anyway, she's in the Aes Sedai. Like an army or like a league of badass, mainly women, sorry guys, that use the one power, which is like this, kind of like an elemental power from what I can do. And they basically are trying to stop the Dark One. And Moraine, she's basically a all-powerful, wise Aes Sedai, specifically of the Blue Aes Sedai. She's basically the one that's out here looking for the supposed dragon reborn, and she's the one that finds the 4 possible reborns in Edmondsfield. Maureen is an Aes Sedai who can channel an elemental force called the One Power. Years passed, the male half of the One Power became corrupted, driving male channelers insane.
And the men, they also can channel the One Power, but it drives them crazy, so.
And Los Thurin Telamon, a channeler known as the Dragon, tore the world apart in his madness.
So yeah, Aes Sedai, badass, basically female army that can channel the One Power, which is like an elemental power that, I don't know, you have to watch the show to see.
Some Aes Sedai wish to eliminate male channelers, but Moraine and her warder, Lan Mandragoran, search for the dragon's reincarnation to defeat the Dark One, a force of primordial evil.
Most notable characters from episode 1 is Alan Mordragoran. He's basically a warder, and he's bound to Moraine. He's like her male counterpart, essentially like a bodyguard. And on the surface, he doesn't really give too much because, you know, he doesn't really say too much. But pretty sure he plays a bigger role in what's going to go down as the episodes go on. He's already badass. So.
Search leads them to Edmondsfield and 4 possible candidates, villagers.
Now, Rand Althor, he's basically one of the 4 that's taken on a journey to the White Castle, considered to be possibly one of the reborn because he fits the age and the profile. Right now he's coming across a little naive because he's never been outside of Edmondsfield really, and he's kind of like in love with one of the other characters, and it's just like, oh, typical. He does have like some kind of leadership skills. I see it peeking through a little bit, and he can fight. He does have like some kind of code of honor. But right now he's giving me typical I mean, I'm sure he's gonna grow a lot on his journey, but in episode 1, he's very naive. Next is Perrin Abraham. He's like a big guy. He's the blacksmith apprentice. He's also friends with Rand Althor. He comes across as a simple guy. Just kind of want to live his life with his wife, and doesn't really have any expectations. He too is going to end up being selected as one of the 4 that's considered that could possibly be a reborn. And the way he ends up on that path is very sad, and I feel for him. I wonder how it's going to affect him as they travel to White Castle. And he also has some kind of connection to wolves, but we'll find out. Next is another dude. His name is Matron Calton. He comes across as, I guess you would call him the rogue, the rebel, the cavalier, devil-may-care attitude. Doesn't seem like he's really too invested with anything except for gambling. But that's just on the surface. He does have like family that he cares about, and he does step up when needed, but he's not the best character. He's not the most likable character, but he is loyal to his friends. And next we have Weenie Alvarez, and she's also a woman of color. She's like the last of the 4 that's possibly considered to be the reborn that goes out with Moraine and her water. When the show actually opens, we see her, I guess, coming of age, and she has to venture out. I guess it's like a rite of passage and make it back on her own, and she does, of course. She is actually the protege to become the next wisdom, which causes a little kerfuffle between her and Rand. And yeah, so that's the last of the 4.
Rand, who is beside with Weenie, is disappointed that she intends to become the next wisdom, a village leader and healer who cannot wed. Trollocs, beasts following the Dark One, ambush Edmund's Field.
And then there's the first baddie we meet in episode 1, which are the Trollocs. We are basically giving me Predator vibes. Meets the cowardly lion and the wizard vibe. They're the first baddies we meet. They're big beasts, typical fantasy, starter baddie, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. So I guess they're just like the first omen of the big bad that's coming. The Dark. Who's the Dark One? We don't know yet. He's arisen, or he is arising. I don't know. We'll see.
The knave, Elmira, the current wisdom, is taken, and Perrin accidentally kills his wife Layla. Moraine battles the Trollocs with the One Power and is injured. Rand, Perrin, Matt, and Eugenie reluctantly join Moraine and Lan on their journey back to the White Tower to keep the Trollocs away from Edmund's Field.
We have a woman of color, the knave, Elmira. She is basically the village wisdom, which to me kind of, I guess, is like she heals. She's a healer. They haven't really fleshed out what the wisdom is, but she is looking for a protege. I love her. She's awesome. She's such a badass. I can't wait to see where her character goes. She's only slightly older than the rest of the characters I've named, except for Moraine. Moraine is like, of course, an older woman. Basically, they're looking for like young people that are like 25 and younger. What is that? Gen Z, Gen YZ, Gen ABC? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, millennial. What I lump us all together anyway. Doesn't. So there are 4 of them there, but is there 4? You have to watch the show to find out. There could be a little twisty. That's basically the first episode. I can't wait to find out. Anyway, like I said, this is fire, okay?